The good, the bad, and the odd. They seem to talk about everything.
Welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Odd. We're your hosts, Mark and Sam. Today we are talking about Clone Wars Season 3, Episodes 1 to 6. Your choice, Sam. I mean, but I'm very game for Clone Wars. I'm kind of keen to get all the way through it and watch Rebels at some point and complete my Star Wars education. Having said that, we still wouldn't have watched like the Ewok movies and the Ewok cartoons and all that.
The movies weren't that bad, but
really, I haven't seen. There's also.
From what I remember them, they aren't too bad. They're kids movies, but they're not as bad as they could be.
Okay. There's also, I turned it on the other day. I'm completely shocked because I didn't know it existed. There's like a TV show involving like Lego Star Wars characters now.
Yeah.
With comedy huts. It looks awful. From the 5 minutes I saw, it looked terrible, but it was like a comedy hut stick thing, so that never works for me at all.
I know there's like a sort of series of short movies where they kind of like do over the.
Oh, this was a series because it said like I checked the what it said on the Sky Info and it said like 5 of 10 or something. I don't know.
Wow.
So it was obviously some sort of series that was ongoing. I was really quite shocked because it was completely off my radar. And just turned the telly on, it was on. Wow. Anyway, let's. I'll tell you what. Let's after this little break, we'll pull up the comfy chair.
One dark and stormy night in the mid-'80s, Joe Bob Briggs, Harlan Ellison, and the ghost of El Santo pulled a train on Elvira while Siskel and Ebert sobbingly masturbated in the corner. From that union arose the greatest movie critic and luchador that ever lived. But we're not going to talk about him. He's kind of a dick. Instead, we're going to talk about me, El Goro, the stuttering movie fan and host of the Talk Without Rhythm podcast. Every week on Talk Without Rhythm, I discuss 2 to 3 movies tangentially tied together by a theme. I cover action.
I'm the most complete fighter in the world.
Sci-fi.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Horror.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
And the continuing adventures of James Spader, sexual deviant.
You're not worried that I'm going to fuck you, are you? I'm not interested in that, and I'm the waist. Now pull up your skirt.
So check me out at tworpodcast.blogspot.com, drunkenzombie.com, or subscribe on iTunes. Talk Without Rhythm, the only podcast that will not attract the worm. Adios!
Right, so sitting comfortably, Sam. How many have you got?
I've got 2.
I've only got 2 as well. Both movies. What are yours?
Mine are both games.
Oh, you go first then. Go on then.
Okay, so the first game I've got here is Battleborn. Now, this is Gearbox, made by Gearbox, so the same people that made Borderlands. So it's that same sort of humour and play style. But it's an entirely online game.
Okay.
So, and the thing is
it like American football with monsters?
No,
I don't know.
That's Blood Bowl.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah,
that's a Games Workshop thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like the sort of plot for the thing is you're basically a bunch of different species gathered around the last star in the universe.
Okay.
So you're all trying to survive.
Yeah.
And you're basically just playing in online shooting matches against each other.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, this was brought out at the same time as Overwatch, which has a similar premise, but on paper, Overwatch should have, lost in the competition between the two.
Right.
Because it's just got less stuff in it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This has more stuff, but it got completely destroyed. I've got both games on PS4. Overwatch was 40 quid.
Yeah.
Battleborn was 3.
It didn't do well, did it, Battleborn?
No,
I was just reading
it got
about
absolutely slaughtered.
So that's why it's so cheap, right?
Yeah, £3.
They can't give it away.
Nah.
But it's good,
no
isn't it?
No one wants it, but it's a good game, yeah.
How weird.
It's pretty much the same as Overwatch. Just with a different sort of set of characters.
First-person shooter, it says here.
Yeah, first-person shooter, but there's elements of other games, like it's a bit MOBA-y.
Right.
So you're escorting minions to do stuff, and then it's that sort of thing.
So it's entirely online and you're first person.
Yeah.
So what is it, like Call of Duty kind of vibe? Is that kind of...
A bit sort of more cooperative.
Are you playing teams? Playing teams?
Yeah.
Or right, okay.
Playing teams. There is like a story mode, but it's very sort of like limited. It's not very good, but the actual gameplay is really solid.
Wow, cool. That's good. £3. Bargain, right? Bargain.
Yeah. And it was a buy one get one half price sort of deal.
Right, that sounds good. Shall I go next?
Yeah.
There's one thing I wanted to mention. Kickstarter, right? I put in for a Kickstarter. That's amazing. It finished this week. Call Me or Not. You know, we play Zombicide, don't we? Which is a great little board game.
It's a Kickstarter game.
It was a good Kickstarter game as well. This one was called World of Smog, and it's basically Victorian steampunk. Man, it's amazing. Have a look if you get a chance. Under Kickstarter, I mean, it's closed now, and they got ridiculously over. They made their money and stuff. I think their goal was $70,000, and they made $1,070,000.
Whoa!
Yes,
yeah, that's pretty good. Not as good as Dark Souls,
but the amount of extras you get for your basic set is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
That looks pretty wow.
And they even threw in right at the end, even though they didn't make it. 2 that they said if you hit a certain level, which I think was 1,190,000, they were going to throw in, like, I think, character and an expansion pack.
Wow.
And on top of that, they just threw another character on. They said, just as a thank you. So, but unfortunately, it doesn't come out for like a year. However, it's amazing, Sam, amazing. And I think if you bought into it and didn't open the box, you should probably easily double your money on eBay, I'd say.
Yeah.
Easily. So I'm really pleased. I'm really looking forward to it, but it's like a year.
Board Game did something similar. They got to like 3.3 million.
Whoa,
like
that's amazing.
It's ridiculously high numbers.
Because they got
the
video game
top
guys.
It up to 4 million. So they gave everyone like 2 extra expansions.
Very nice. Look at it. That's coming soon, right? In March, is it?
They've said that it should be coming out for backers in March. But they've also put out a release date, quote unquote, for the game as April. So
okay. Well, that's public release though, right? So you might
it might be. I'm not sure.
Early. Anyway, all right. Sorry, I completely sidetracked the podcast there, but man, it does look good. So if anyone was interested, just go look on Kickstarter. World of Smog. Another one I'm kind of interested. I've been watching that isn't that expensive. Depending if you buy the basic set, it's a kind of cool game about working through tunnels and like something bad down there, and you have to try and basically the goal is to get out of the tunnels, right? And it's called Subterra, Subterra. That's still running, and that looks really cool. But the basic game is like £20 or something. It's a British game, I think, because it's costed in pounds. But then that's with like the basic board and like little wooden meeples instead of like resin characters. But I mean, even that looks pretty good. It's worth a look anyway. Anyway, back to me. I've been watching a film that I really liked when it came out. It's a bit of a chick flick, but I really liked it. Ghost from 1990. Heard of this one? Know this one?
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze, I guess. Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. Man, can Demi Moore... She's a beautiful looking crier. She cries a lot in this film. She looks lovely when she's crying. But Patrick Swayze is proper, he's really good in this. But what really makes the film, I think, is Whoopi Goldberg as dodgy...
I did not know Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, she's like a dodgy, fake medium who actually has... the powers of being a medium.
Okay.
Patrick Swayze finds her and tries to he goes in there thinking it'll be what's it, then he recognises she's fake and he's going, what a crock of shit, and she like opens an eye and says, who said that? While she's doing her charlatan act, and it's kind of fun, and it's like a drama, thriller, comedy, horror. It's really good. It takes a bit of getting going. I've forgotten, it takes a good half an hour before it really starts rolling. But once it does, basically it gets really good when Patrick Swayze dies. Then it starts getting really good. Then when Whoopi Goldberg comes in, it's really elite. And it's a really well-constructed story in the same way like Back to the Future is a really well-constructed movie, you know?
Yeah.
Things build and build. You know where you are oriented. It's got its own universe rules about, you know, the afterlife and ghosts that are all quite coherent and also fit in with the way people feel about ghosts now. You know, why don't they just make themselves visible? Why do they sometimes move things but mostly don't? It all kind of gets you know, that worldview is entirely coherent with their presentation of ghosts in this. And it's kind of cool. Very solid film. So, like I say, it starts serious and you think, oh, this is a bit grim, but it really gears up nicely and swaps well between the comedy and the thriller stuff. And there's a bit of romance, you know, there's some kissing and there's the famous, you know, Clay, you know, pottery scene. It's parodied in one of the Naked Guns films. It's pretty funny.
It's parodied everywhere. Yeah. Family Guy did a parody.
Well, it's famous, and the song really works well as well. It's a really well constructed plot. Really delivers, I'd say, this film. And all the leads are really good. And it's got that sweaty 80s, like yuppie twattery in it. Yeah. So it's fun. I give it 9 out of 10. That's how much I like it. Really enjoyed it. Back to you.
Okay, now the other game I've been playing is Don't Starve.
Okay.
It's a survival game with an art style that's reminiscent of sort of Tim Burton drawings. If you've ever seen any of them.
Yeah, so like Grim Fandango kind of
stuff. But it's set around it's a survival game, kind of obvious from the title.
It looks a bit like Limbo. Some of the backgrounds. Kind of. Right, okay.
But the sort of premise is you're one of a few characters that's got stuck in this weird world by this force called the Shadows.
Yeah.
And you just have to survive a certain amount of days until you can get out. Now, I've got the version that I play is called Don't Starve Together, which is multiplayer. So there's like 4 or 5 people running about trying to keep themselves alive.
Gotcha.
And we can never make it past day 20. We're awful at it.
So you play as a team?
Yeah. Right. It's really fun, but we're awful at it.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, the fun's the main thing, right?
Yeah. We'll be like just chopping down trees and then one of the trees will come to life and kill everyone.
Yeah. Nice.
Or we'll wander too far and then get attacked by these weird tall bird things.
Yeah.
Or we'll encounter a world boss randomly.
Right, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But it's fun, right?
Yeah, it's really fun. Only because of how stupid some of the stuff is.
Okay. Well, what other good games are around in a minute? Or is there any ones being anticipated on any platform? What's coming?
I actually found a really good... it was a picture, it just had everything that's coming out in 2017 on it.
Okay.
Upcoming, there's... Do you know about Titanfall 2?
I know Titanfall.
Or Titanfall. The guys that made that, it's well known for being a pretty damn good game.
Oh, is it?
It was only online. Right. They're making a Star Wars game.
Okay.
What else was there? There's Hideo Kojima's new game.
Okay.
The guy who made Metal Gear. Which is supposed to be really good.
Okay, I've been looking. I haven't played games in ages. I'm kind of busy painting models or playing a board game playing. Yeah. But I've been looking at. I didn't realise it was out, and I noticed it was just popped up as an ad on the App Store. Civilization 6 is out.
Yeah, that's
and
out.
It's supposed to be really good. But I'm not sure my Mac is up to it. I'm not entirely sure. And it's quite expensive at the minute as well. So if I see it cheap, I'll check the specs and see if it'll work, and I may get it at some point. But at the minute, it's still £55, so that's too dear.
I'd just wait for a sale.
Yeah,
Steam will have one eventually.
Well, I got Macs. I mean, I can play in Windows mode, but it's really not. It's best to have Mac-specific games, and it is a Mac game. But I'm not sure the App Store on Apple's have sales that often, to be honest. But I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah. Okay. Right, back to me. I watched a really great, again, another film from 1990. It's the same year as Ghost. A film called Dark Angel, also called I Come in Peace. I think
I've heard of that.
Dolph Lundgren. It's properly mental. It's proper. Right. One point is there's like a yuppie gang. The gang, like gangsters. They're these yuppies, and they're called the White Boys. which makes me laugh.
Okay.
Because they get talking about, we've got to stop the white boys, and it's really fun. And basically, it's Dolph Lundgren. He's stuck with this like by the book guy. You know how like these road cops are sometimes stuck partner with these by the book kind of guys. Played by an actor called Brian Benben, who's pretty good. Who's like telling him, "Well, you don't do it you don't do it that way, you do it this way." And Dolph Lundgren's like, yeah, whatever. And Dolph Lundgren's pretty good at it. And essentially, it's a massive alien who's like 7 foot tall. He goes and breaks up drug deals so he can take the cocaine or heroin. I think it's heroin. I'm not really sure. I think it's heroin. He steals the heroin for the gangsters, kills them all, decimates them, and then what he does is he finds solo victims anywhere, shoots like this thing into their chest, like on a line, pumps in heroin, and then sticks a needle in their brain, right in their forehead, and draws out the endorphins that are caused by the heroin rush. Now, I don't know if there's any factual... I don't know if that's really what happens when you... I have no idea what happens when you inject heroin.
Endorphins, maybe?
Yeah, but isn't heroin endorphins? So anyway, It doesn't matter. The premise is he injects people with heroin he steals and then sucks liquid out of their brain, which he's going to use to sell as drugs in his home world. So he's like a galactic drug dealer, pusher kind of thing.
Wow.
Running around the city. And also he's got this device, he fires basically CDs, and they're on like magnetic things, so they like cut people's throats and cut people up. He fires CDs, in a sense, but he can kind of direct them. It's properly stupid, but really fun. It's like a proper mad 80s action movie, you know, properly 80s. You'd watch it, yeah, that's 80s, definitely. Even though it's 1990. And the sidekick's a pretty good actor too, so it kind of works. The whole dynamic works, and he's got a girlfriend he kind of keeps making promises to, and he never follows through, so she's always peeved him. So it's one of that kind of thing. And also there's galactic sheriff or bounty hunter chasing the bad guy too. So there's him running around, and they got these guns that are ridiculous. You know, if you shoot something, someone gets shot. These guns like fire a massive amount of bullets, and things explode. Yeah. They're like firing grenade shells or something. And both aliens have got these guns, and they're running around the city shooting out the place. And also, this guy, he can't talk English. All he ever says is, "I come in peace," just before he like sucks your brain out. So all he says is, "I come in peace." And then right at the end, old Lundgren has a big fight with him, but I'm not going to spoil the specifics at the end, but it's kind of fun. And the guy goes, "I come in peace," and he goes, and Dolph Lundgren goes, "Yeah, and you go in pieces, arsehole." And, does the business.
Right.
Nice. It's you'd enjoy it. It's good fun. Now I can't remember. It's either in Europe it's called I Come in Peace, or in America it's called I Come in Peace, and vice versa. It's called Dark Angel. So it's one of them films with two titles. It's one of them.
Yeah.
But it's good fun. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it actually. I haven't seen it since I'd say the early 90s, but I remembered almost all of it. It was quite memorable. I kind of like Dolph Lundgren films. I think they're overlooked. His 80s. Yeah. I really like Red Scorpion, where he's like a Rambo-y type. That's a lot of fun. And that's properly mad as well. And obviously we've done his Punisher. This is about the same time as his Punisher. This might have been made after his version of the Punisher, just about. It was the same era, though, definitely.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Right. Are we done then? Are we done with those?
I think so.
All right, let's have a little break and then get into Clone Wars.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Get on with it.
Okay, so Clone Wars Season 3. This is called Secrets Revealed this season. And it was aired first time 2010, 2011. It was weird set, this, wasn't it? It was kind of felt like we were watching the tail end of several stories already started.
Yeah, the Clone Cadets, the first episode, is actually, I think it's the earliest episode, overall.
So if you were to watch it chronologically, you would watch the first episode of Season 3?
Yeah, because one of the characters he's in the first episode of the first season, and he's in the movie.
So, is that heavy?
Yeah, Heavy.
Heavy, because Heavy's like a character in this. Basically, this squad, I like this one. I liked episode 1, Clone Cadets. Basically, it was they were a set of cadets, but they were all very single-minded, or they were bickering. They couldn't work as a group, so they kept failing. And they were being trained by Shakti, but also a couple of bounty hunters had been recruited to help with the training, which was Brick and... Was it LS?
LS.
And one of them was kind of keen to try him on, but Brick really didn't like... I keep meaning to call him Brain, because he's got like a weird brain head.
He's got like a huge brain-like head.
So there's five... Is it five cadets? There's 5 cadets in the squad. And
there's
also...
5, there's Heavy, there's... I actually can't remember the rest.
No, but they also interact with this like janitor guy who was a clone but didn't make the grade, called 99.
99.
But everyone kind of knows 99. They just all keep arguing, don't they? And Brick is a bit of a douchebag to them too, because he doesn't think they're capable of working as a team. And they keep trying, don't they? But they fail their mission, right?
They failed the test to become actual clone troopers.
But Shakti's minded to give them one last chance. There's various shenanigans, but it's kind of fun. They're going through this, but it's not a holodeck, is it? Because they're real robots.
They're actual droids, but they're like stun rounds.
Yeah, they're stun rounds. So they have to work through this thing and capture a certain beacon at the end. And they've got to use lines to get out there and take out guns and all this, that, and the other. And basically, by talking, Heavy's about to just leave, right? But he talks to 99, who talks about you got to work with your brothers and all of this.
Yeah.
So Heavy just goes back. I mean, these are 22-minute episodes, so they can't. It can't be too sophisticated, right? In its storyline. And he decides to go back, and they make it back, but their lines have disappeared, and it's all down to Brick has been a douchebag, really, and hidden the lines or put them to one side. But they are working as a team this time, and they figure out...
to get up.
They basically figure out if they take the guns out, they can crawl up the guns, use the guns as stepping stones, right? And also, one of the themes is, at one point, right at the beginning, they actually leave a man behind... to carry on with the mission. It's Heavy, isn't it? He just wants to lay waste to everything. He's a bit mental about that. So he keeps fighting. He's kind of one of the reasons they fail, and the other one is some internal bickering, like, I'll go here. No, why should you go there? We're right in the middle of a battle. They start arguing about it. Goes, but they manage to pull together and overcome. And Brick makes the point, well, in war, circumstances change, you have to improvise. And they do. So, fine. They manage to pass. And it's kind of cool that in the end, Heavy gives 99 his medal, doesn't he? And says, you're one of us. I liked it. I thought it was a good one.
Yeah. The actual characters in this are kind of big. They come into it more over the course of the series. Like, Fives is actually one of the better characters later on.
Yeah.
Because he kind of unveils the whole Order 66 thing.
Oh, okay.
No one believes him.
Right, Order 60. Oh, wow. Well, don't spoil it for us. Right. The second episode is called Arc Troopers. Written by the same writer as the first episode. It was Cameron Litvak. They both aired together, actually. I mean, it was like the opening of the season, so they put a twofer out. And it says in the notes here, it takes place after season 1 episode. So the first one took place before the events of Rookies, which was season 1, episode 5.
Which is the one where Yoda was hanging out with the clones.
Oh, that was a good one.
Toydaria.
That was a good one, right? And then this one's called Arc Troopers, which takes place after that episode. I really like this one. This was the best of the 6 to me. I really liked the first one, but this was even better, because it's basically got Grievous and Ventress taking on...
They're attacking Kamino.
And Obi-Wan and Shakti's there.
Yeah.
And they don't...
I don't find the logic in this move. Honestly, you're attacking a planet which, let's be fair, almost the entire population is a group of people raised to want to kill you.
Yeah, but if you take it out, you've basically cut off the army supply of troops forevermore, right?
True. But still,
It's
entire
bold.
population.
I mean, Obi-Wan says, I can't believe they're going to try and take this place on.
Yeah.
But they do, don't they?
Yeah,
And
they do have a smart plan. Which
Isn't it? They think it appears they're getting destroyed, but they're actually constructing things from the wreckage. Is that it? Or am I dreaming?
They're flying ships at Camino, and they're dropping what looks like scrap.
Right.
So that if it flies
That's
past the blockade, crashes in the water, and then the droids hidden within the scrap assemble it into these giant octopus craft.
Yeah, this bit reminded me a bit of the Animatrix, the last
kind of.
flight of the Osiris, you know, the weird metal crawly things. And they had big drills on the bottom too, didn't they? Which
Yeah.
again is a bit Matrixy. And they do quite a bit of damage to the facilities.
Yeah,
that's for
they
sure.
do, but they don't really manage anything significant, aside from killing 99.
There's some kind of nice fights with Grievous and Ventress. Ventress
Yeah.
is up to no good.
Ventress is super messed up in this episode,
Yeah,
where she's
she-
like pulling people onto her lightsabers.
And kissing them as they
Yeah.
die. She's properly bad. She's a bad girl.
Yeah.
And there's some nice fights in it. It's nice to see Grievous pop up. But again, because it was like, this just came out of nowhere, you know, with all this. There was obvious something before it, but because unless you've watched, I think if you've watched season 1 pretty close to 2 and 3, it'd be okay. But it's kind of a bit. But having said that, it doesn't spoil the episode at all. It's really quite exciting and quite good.
Yeah.
So of all 6, I like 2 the best, but I did like 1 as well. I thought 1 was a very striking episode. In fact, you know what? I think I'll probably remember 1 longer than I'll remember 2. There was just something more distinctive about it. And then we get into the next one. And
I quite like this one, but I like half of it, I'll say.
So here we had. I'm trying to remember what happened. Oh my god!
It was the invasion of Ryloth.
Ryloth, and basically, is this the one where Jar Jar's the negotiator? So like the council go to Bail Organa.
They
say
stack plates to convince the. It's so stupid.
Yeah,
I think George may have had his fingers in this.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. Now, I've heard more than once that Clone Wars seasons tend to be, bad phases and good phases, and the bad phases tend to be where George Lucas has rocked up and said, "Look, let's do this," and been involved for half a season. Then he clears off. Then it starts getting good again.
Yeah.
And now I noticed that in 1 and 2. I haven't really got any complaints about any episodes in 1 and 2, really. So to me, this is the first Clone Wars where I thought, "Whoa, this is a bit rough," because all of the goofy Jar Jar stuff. And I still don't quite understand the relationship between the Trade Federation and the Separatists. And the Trade Federation still pretending to...
that.
All right, then explain it to me.
The Trade Federation is basically using Newt Gunray as a patsy. They are fully supporting the Separatists.
But they're pretending
to the
not to.
Separatists, but to the Republic, they're just saying, "Oh, it's Newt Gunray," and like a rogue faction.
Okay, so they're pretending to be neutral while actually working with the Separatists. Right. Okay, that makes sense, because they're always going on about, we could take this to the, the Federation and all this. Senate. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, get me mixed up with Star Wars trailer. So the Ryloth's under siege, and
they've got the pretty awesome Jedi Master there.
Yeah, but there wasn't enough of him, really, right?
No.
Basically, it's a lot of goofy nonsense with Jar Jar doing his stuff,
doing stuff to seem charming to their
So this is a bit talky talk, right? There's not much going on. Now it's weird.
A pretty cool ending, though.
I don't want to say that I'm just slagging it because Jar Jar's in it, because actually one of my favourite episodes from season 1, I think, involves, believe it or not, Jar Jar Binks and 3PO on a mission, which I think it's episode 9. It's the one where Jar Jar's goofing about and they think he's a Jedi Master.
Yeah.
I really like that one. So it's not a Jar Jar thing, it's just it ain't a good episode.
Episode 8, Bombad Jedi.
I was close, I said 9, I knew it was something like that. But this one pretty much sucked mostly. You know, there was Jar Jar trying to distract people by doing silly tricks. While a ship flew past the window, it's like, oh, George, stop it.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it.
Like I say, the ending was pretty good, where it was just the Jedi and his clone captain holding off an army.
I'm just looking at this, Just looking at this one. This was actually, it looks like its production code indicates it was actually made as a tail end of season 2. And there's a few others like that. That's weird. Maybe it's not. That's interesting. Right, that might explain something, why they're quite different from the others.
All the production codes are kind of messed up. Like, if you scroll through season 2, there's a bunch from season 1.
Okay,
and
all right.
The end of season 2 of season 1 was from season 2.
Oh, okay.
So there were a couple of others, but...
Okay. Well, they just reeled it, right? Okay, yeah. So this one was pretty weak, I thought. I wasn't a fan of this one. So you thought the end... Why'd you like the end again?
I like the ending because it was the Jedi holding out. It was like... I like the entire stuff on Ryloth, where they were like slow. They were running out of troops, so they were having to be smart about it. So they were like, "Okay, we'll cut them off here and here. That means they have to go through this way. That way we can defend against them."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and a bit of trivia: the Twilight General Syndulla, is the father of one of the characters in Rebels.
Oh, how about that? That's worth watching then, right? Yeah. That's worth watching out for. A bit of continuity, connectivity.
Yeah.
Okay, that. Episode 3 was called Supply Lines. So episode 4 was called Sphere of Influence.
Yeah.
Aired the first time in October the 1st, 2010 in America. Here it says, well, basically there's a New Zealand planet or something.
They're Blue New Zealanders.
Blue New Zealanders. I can't even say this guy name. Chairman Papanoida. Family's kidnapped. Basically, it's two daughters, right? It's kidnapped.
Yeah, he has 2 daughters, and they get kidnapped. Here's the thing: one of the daughters is actually in the movies, and she's one of Lucas's kids.
How about that? Oh, I wouldn't have said there was any non-actors in it. It was all fine. Yeah. And Ahsoka also then turns up with another one of the Blue New Zealand girls.
Yeah,
which confused me a bit as well.
Rio Chuichi.
So
she's the senator for Pantora.
So they're basically trying to find these girls, right?
Yeah. The groups, they kind of split up with the actual the chairman and his bodyguard go after one daughter, and Ahsoka and Rio go after the other.
Yeah, and they're kind of trying to find the both of them.
Yeah. And Greedo and Jabba are in it.
Oh, yeah, Greedo's in it. I forgot about Greedo.
Greedo's proving just how useless he is as a bounty hunter.
Jabba's barely in it, though, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
A little.
It's basically just to get Greedo on board.
Yeah, so there's a touch of the old Greedos, and he's talking English here as well, isn't he?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was odd. I found this quite an unmemorable episode. I can barely remember it.
In it.
It was all very samey, running around corridors, looking at around things and trying to add tension. There was a lot of tension-building music when the scenes weren't particularly tense. So I felt it was a bit, they're just trying to make it tense, and it isn't. You know, it was a bit of that. But having said that, the next one... The next one's number 5, Corruption, this one's called. Now, this is written by Cameron Litvak, who did write the first 2 that we liked.
It wasn't great.
It's Padme, Princess Detective, right? It's a bit of that, right? So she's on a diplomatic mission to Mandalore, and she said she guarantees this passive planet protection, but they find something weird is going on.
They find that because of the neutrality, they basically can't get trade anywhere, so the planet's slowly starving.
Black market. So for some reason, they decide to cut liquid drink. It was really weird. Liquid drinks for kids with poison, which they said would be okay. Well, I know that's. Go on, explain.
It was they'd mix in a chemical to like water down.
It was tea.
Yeah, it was a tea drink.
Yeah,
but the combination of the chemical and the tea results in poison.
Yeah, call me fussy, but if you want to water down tea, water is way better. Yeah, so the kids were drinking tea. Like, what kids drink tea from? Anyway, all right, okay.
Or ones that get given tea.
I suppose so. So basically, these supplies are for all these schools of Mandalore, and there's like a all the kids get here when they can't track it down to the food or the water they drink. Then
it's basically the reveal that Mandalore is super corrupt.
Yeah. So they were deliberately cutting the chemicals with. The tea with chemicals. As long as they got the mix right, it wasn't poisonous, but it could be. It was ridiculous. The whole premise was ridiculous. However, I kind of like the whole Princess, what's her name, Duchess getting angry,
Duchess Satine,
and accusing every guard she encounters of do it now or you'll be considered one of the traitors.
That actually made me think that she was part of it.
It did. There was some definite hints that she might.
So defensive.
Yeah. Because the guy who was doing his best, he got shot, and she was still shouting at him. Yeah. He punched out people and all sorts. I think she's a bit of a witch. This one. But then
she does improve later on.
Yeah, I liked her in the season 2 episodes. She's the one that had a ding dong with Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah,
it's that one. And Padme gets all badass and actually joins the battle. She gets her laser skills out, her weapon skills, shooting guys and taking no prisoners and stuff like that. So actually it improved at the end for me. I quite like the end. But
the animators must have hated this episode because, you've got Padme who changes her haircut on a dime, and then you've got Satine who does the same.
Yeah, they both.
I counted
different.
5 different haircuts each.
Yeah, they basically change every scene. They've got a different haircut, which was ridiculous when you consider what they were doing. They were on a detective trial kind of thing, urgent. Trying to save the kids. Get to the bottom of why the kids.
The episodes on Mandalore are kind of weird for me to watch because I kind of read the old expanded universe, where Mandalore was basically it was like Mad Max,
but
with everyone as Jango Fett or Boba Fett. They were all crazy prepared bounty hunters who could just do
this planet's
stuff.
Completely not like that. So what you're saying is Mandalore.
But I keep seeing little moments when the guards basically have a shield that can deflect lasers, and it's just sheer metal. That's the sort of thing that a Mandalorian would actually have.
So it sounds like the Mandalore in the extended universe is kind of like 19th century East End, and the Mandalore in this universe is more like the 19th century Victorian West End. Prim and proper and, well-mannered. Yeah. How weird.
Yeah.
Because they did
such a weird change, because, it was almost... I think in the actual expanded universe, Mandalore is where Rancors come from.
Oh, okay.
So that's the sort of place that's the sort of thing that Mandalore spits out.
So it's a tough old place. They did think it was the rebel faction. What they called the Red Flag?
The Death Watch.
Death Watch. They did think it was Death Watch, maybe, but they said, no, not really their MO, is it, poisoning kids? No. So they dismissed that fairly quickly. Though, it's good to at least acknowledge that in the script, I think. And that brings us to the next one.
It's just the worst of the lot.
The Academy. Now, this is junior boy and girl detectives, right?
Yeah.
And it was weird, because the characters were acting out of character.
Yeah.
Ahsoka was sent there to teach some class about, corruption and how to look for it.
Yeah.
And the Duchess was kind of keen that she do it. And she took the kids. Then the kids went out and found some evidence. Then they went to the Duchess and she acted really sketchy. Saying, no, it's no, I don't think so. And that made me think, she's part of this is weird.
Yeah.
And then they went to Ahsoka and did the same, and she was the same. Which is not like Ahsoka at all, is it?
No. Ahsoka kind of jumps on these goody-goodies.
Yeah, but she didn't... and some of the scenes were alright, but it was a bit goofy. That these kids were being ignored. It wasn't until they were threatened that... people started acting, right? But there was some nasty old stuff. There was that neck clamp and getting electrocuted
the shock collars.
and then threatening to bring the kids in. And the old Prime Minister saying, I'm doing this for the good of the... we got to eat. You won't let us join this. So we are, we have to have caught the black market. And they're saying, yeah, but you're doing it for your own pocket.
If I'm honest, the sort of stuff he was talking about, and the way that all the Mandalorians look, I was kind of like, is this supposed to be a Nazi thing? Because they're all blonde with blue eyes.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, like, making... He's basically saying make Mandalore great again.
Well, I did know what did make me laugh is one of the head of the kids, the boy that was kind of the head of the kids. He reminded me of David Cameron a bit. It was a bit weird, you know. He was posh boy, and his face looked a bit David Cameron. He made me laugh. Go back and look and see what you might see it if you. Yeah. It did make me laugh. Yeah, pretty weak one, this. Because one of the problems was a Duchess not acting. We don't know that character that well, but Ahsoka was really not acting like she usually acts. The other thing is she didn't have a lightsaber, did she? They specifically...
Yeah, they took away a lightsaber for no real reason.
And because when Anakin went and picked her up, he gave it back to her and said, "What have you been up to?" And she basically makes the point, I didn't do anything you wouldn't have done. Which is true, right? He would have definitely done this kind of stuff. He would have killed everyone, though. Right?
Yeah. Anakin would have just cut everyone down and left whoever was standing to rule.
Yeah, there was a big old plot, though, to catch Ahsoka out, too. Because it was like the guards were trained to resist the Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
So that though she thought it had worked, it hadn't, and stuff like that. So, bit of a weak one. So I honestly think George Lucas was involved in these four. Even though the timeline suggests parts were 2 and parts were 3, I just felt that touch, really.
Yeah.
I think of the... Well, what do you think was the best one out of the three?
I think the best one was Arc Troopers, the second episode.
I agree. Yeah, I really like that. And the Rookies...
So it is close between Cadets and Arc Troopers.
Yeah, they're both very solid, but the other 4 were kind of weak.
They're...
Mostly. Too much talking and goofy stuff.
Yeah.
Or people acting out of character, and it just didn't feel proper. I mean, let's put it this way: if these 4 had been the first 4 I'd watched ever, if these were the first 4 episodes of season 1, I probably would have considered. I think I'll give it a couple more, and I'm not going to watch anymore because they were so weak. Whereas I've not felt like that about any of the episodes we've seen up to this point. So it definitely fell off a cliff a bit for these 4. Okay, so we'll wind up there. So next time we come to Clone Wars, we're going to watch another 8, right? Because you worked out that was because there's a few double breakdown. Episodes. So that's the best breakdown. So we'll be doing 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 7 to 14 we'll be doing. Oh, is that the one? I've just noticed. That's one with
Night
witches.
Sisters, yeah.
Sith witches, are they?
Yeah.
I've heard this is
super
awesome.
creepy.
I've heard the stuff with the witches is really good. But I don't know anything about them.
We've also got, I think, the Mortis. No, the Mortis arc is the next batch. But
so we got some good ones in the next day then. That'd be cool. I'm not sure.
We do have a few episodes with Zero the Hutt, though. So.
Zero the Hutt. Is that the weird...
That's the gay Hutt.
Gay Hutt. Who's the nephew of Jabba. Who paints himself, right? With weird makeup. Yeah, alright, okay, great. Okay.
We call him a gay Hutt, but he's more of a camp Hutt.
Yeah, he's very odd. So next time, I mean, we're not quite sure we do. We might be doing Trainspotting 2. We might be doing some Star Trek, or we might be starting our Hammer season, but we're not sure yet. You've seen Trainspotting 2, and it's whether I get to see it really determines it. But I think I will, because I really did like the first film. And I like that sort of kind of universe. There was another film of Welsh, based on an Irvine Welsh book that was pretty good with James McAvoy called Filth. Which I think is on Netflix. So if you're liking that kind of vibe, try catching Filth. James McAvoy is basically a copper in Edinburgh or Glasgow. I can't remember which. I'm going to guess Edinburgh. And it's a really good film, so it's worth a try too. Okay, then let's wind it up there. And so bye from me.
Okay, bye.